tell you guys that it's so funny, but I always tell people that when I first got involved in this company, okay, so when I first got involved in this company and I first started even getting introduced to the idea of foreign exchange trading, I had zero experience. And, you know, Matthew Rosa and I, like Chris said, we came from product-based network marketing company, and we really wanted to change, but it wasn't easy to lead the team because it was something we were brand new to. And I actually found Kim on Facebook. We became friends, and before Go Live, before Gold Cup, before US30 was even a thought, 3 years before we even knew you could trade US30, way before, I actually learned quite a bit of knowledge from Kim. I would say Kim and Mike Miles were probably two of my biggest mentors when it came to learning how to trade. Christopher Derrick, outside of Christopher Derrick and Christopher Terry. So I always go back and just show admiration to Kim because she's somebody who is consistent. She's been trading full-time for many, many years now. And really proud of you, Kim, for everything you're doing. And just wanted to say thank you for being here with us today. And guys, we're fired up. You got 5,000 people here ready to hear you rumble, my friend. So let me make you the co-host. Kim, the floor is yours. And guys, I'm going to open the chat box for a couple seconds. Let's make some noise for Kim. Take it away.
I'm so excited, guys. Can everyone hear me? Awesome. Look at all these crazy ones. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Jason, for allowing me to be part of the March Madness. I'm super grateful. And, when things come, we always find solutions, for emergencies. And, this was put on last minute. So I'm just honored and grateful that you guys gave me a place on this platform to be a voice for the women that are trying to make a dent in this industry. And, I hope that, all the people that are on today have learned immensely on the sessions that we do weekly. And once again, guys, let's thank them for putting this together, because without them, we would not be on this session today. So I definitely want to give my appreciation to Matt and Jason for allowing me to be on here today. So guys, who's excited to learn some key points today on US30? US30 has changed the game immensely for a lot of people on the platform. And I'm going to tell you guys just like this as I get ready to screen share. Let's see. Let me share my screen. PowerPoint. Perfect. Can everyone see this?
Yep, we're good to go. I muted the chat. You're good.
Awesome. All right, guys. So the magic all happens right behind you. Those are the monitors. This is for my whole trading system that I decided to create to really be able to provide the best trade ideas on the Gold Cup app for the US30. And so this is where the magic happens here, guys. And with US30, it's literally changing for a lot of customers that are utilizing this product right now. And just like Chris said, there's people right now with this going on with the coronavirus that are literally, losing their jobs, not getting paid, and what not better time to be part of the best platform internationally, domestically. This is the #1 company out here. This is the #1 company that has a diversified portfolio where we have all types of traders literally coming together and delivering the best trade ideas, the best educational knowledge that you guys can take with you and use on the charts, guys. I've never seen a company come together the way this company has, and literally all the traders as educators coming together to really give you guys the best information that can possibly change everyone's life on here. And when Matt, and Jason was saying earlier, about when Jason found me on, Facebook and, coming on together, I actually learned S&P from Christopher Terry. Okay, Christopher Terry taught me how to trade S&P in the futures markets, and the love of how the S&P moved, I started to really branch off and really focus on indices. And once I was able to master that, and that took, about a good 2 years to really be consistent in a market that's so volatile, and I had to make sure that the consistency was going to be able to branch off not only to me, but the customers in IML, right, guys? Because it couldn't just be me winning in the indice markets. I had to make sure that the information was able to reach everyone in all different scales that everyone is currently. So with US30, guys, it is an indices. It's part of it's the Dow Jones. And let me see, how can I switch this? Okay. What is US30? It's the index of the top 30 companies in the US. Okay, examples that I have here: Microsoft, Apple, Walmart, Morgan, Coca-Cola, Home Depot, Nike. Now understand that US30 on how it moves. Okay, this pair is not the same when you trade it with Forex, because this pair is moved on a fundamental aspect. Based on the performance of the companies that I have here is where you're going to see if Apple's not performing well or they're not meeting the expectations, you're going to see the volatility of US30, and then you're going to see the NAS, and you're going to see the S&P follow, because they're all correlation pair. So US30 is the gauge. It's like a strength meter, okay, of the economy. So when the economy is doing bad, you're going to see a bearish market for the indices, right? When the economy is at its best performance, you're going to see bullish trends for US30, S&P, and the NAS 100. The best times to trade the markets for these is the opening candle at 9:30. And that's why I decided to trade live, because a lot of our customers were like, Kim, you're giving, amazing signals and trade ideas, but we want to be able to see how you actually dominate the markets, and can we trade live with you? So this is why we added 3 trading live sessions to the platform, because the New York session is one of the best times to trade all the indices. At the opening session, the New York 30, 9:30 a.m. Eastern candle for the New York session. The next best time to trade is the London, and that's the exchange at 3 a.m. Eastern time, guys. So put your alarms at these 2 times and just look at the market, even if you're not trading indices. Okay, educate yourself. Look at the momentum. Look at the impulse that the market is creating at these 2 time zones, and you're gonna see the amount of pips that you can catch on these moves. And this is why I decided to do the New York session. Now, what I'm going to touch base on a lot today is fundamentals, and it's so important, because what's happening with the coronavirus, if you guys knew fundamentals correctly, you have been able to execute and be able to stack a lot of our positions that we've called out in the last 2 weeks. We've been calling out a lot of bearish trade ideas. And the reason why we've been able to call this is because we're able to utilize what's happening in the market. And the best app that I personally use is Bloomberg.com. And I'm going to show you how to navigate through this so you can become familiar with this, guys. And another thing is, I want you to look for keywords, okay? You're going to look at the stock ticker. You're going to monitor tweets, and you're going to download the app. So if everyone can literally take out the phones. If you don't have the Bloomberg app, please, guys, it's free. Download the app. Educate yourself, okay? You don't want to be oblivious to what's happening around you. You want to know, you want to be in tune, you want to see why indices has been dropping, what caused the spike for that buy, when everyone's like, wait, this is a bearish market, what just happened? How did it just go up 1,200 points? Well, I'm going to show you today on this session on how fundamentals is going to really take you to that next level for your trading. So this is the Bloomberg app. You're going to open it on your computer, Bloomberg.com, make it one of your favorites on your computer. This is exactly what's going to look like. This is the home page, okay? Now, when it comes to fundamentals, on every New York session, we watch the key main video. It is important to watch the video that is put out before the opening candle, because it's kind of going to give you basically where the market is going to be going for the New York session, okay? And it's going to give you these cues while looking at these words. We got positive words, negative words. The positive words that are used with the key speakers that are speaking, so the fundamental analysis, the senior analysis, whatever speaker is speaking that day, they're going to be using key words, okay? That's going to move the market, that's going to shift the direction of the market. And when you're hearing we have an increase of sales, okay? Increase of sales is a positive impact for the market. Okay, let me give you another example. Exceeded expectations. What will we anticipate? Apple exceeded their expectations in the sales of the new iPad. These are just examples. That's going to be positive impact. Remember, they've created over $1 trillion in sales. Understand that when Apple's producing, you're going to see a spike. Another, I want you guys to write this down. What was it, March 31st? March 31st. I want you to watch the indices. When Apple releases, they released it already early, but they're going to be doing it another one on the 31st. The Apple Watch. Now, they released it early, which we understand, but on the 31st, they're going to reiterate the watch. Watch what happens on March 31st. Okay, watch the impulse candle when all the sales numbers starts dropping. Okay, and they exceed their expectations. You're going to see a positive momentum in the market. Ease. Okay, what Trump says, we're gonna try to ease the numbers of the coronavirus in the States. Okay, the ease is a positive impact because they're trying to control what's happening. Hike. There's a hike in sales. Okay, there's a hike in the stocks on, let's say, Nike. Those are positive. We're going to cushion. Okay, so we're going to cushion. What can they use as a cushion? An example for cushion, they're going to be using, okay, we have a recession, okay, going on right now with the coronavirus, correct? So Trump is going to cushion the detrimental that's happening with the crash. What do you think he did yesterday? He knows that the market is crashing. So how does he cushion it? By saying the things that he said yesterday, where he's closing people coming, the trades from the airplanes coming from in and out of Europe, right? It's going to be effective tonight as of midnight, okay? He is going to be having more of the coronavirus kits coming out. He's trying to cushion the damage that's happening to try to ease what's happening in the economy. Relieve. He's going to relieve some of the support by what? Funding more money into the hospitals. Okay, if a hospital is going to crisis because they don't have enough funds, they're going to fund the hospitals, they're going to fund corporations, they're going to fund small businesses. That's a release, okay? So that's all positive impact. You got to use these key words to understand what's happening in the market, okay? Negative. We had a collapse in the market, right? We had a collapse when all the, what was happening in China, right? The factories are closed. If the factories are closed, right, there's going to be a collapse in sales because the workers can't go to their job to produce the products, right? So understand that's going to transcend or down all the way to the U.S. What happens internationally is going to obviously impact us over here, okay? Because if our corporations are even in the U.S., but our devices, the supplies that we order coming from China, that's going to affect the economy if there's no one showing up to the factory. Or if they close the factory, there's going to be no production. We didn't meet expectations. If Apple doesn't meet the expectations for the watch because people can't get a job or people can't go to work because of this, let me tell you, my friend works for the Dow. Yesterday, he sent my best friend a picture, empty. He showed up to work, it was empty. The only person that showed up to work, the whole floor was empty yesterday. Why? Because of the fear, the crowdedness, okay? People don't want to jump on the subways. People don't want to take mass transportation. People are afraid to go to work. So what are corporations doing? What did Twitter do? Twitter, Amazon, Microsoft, you know what they've been doing? A lot of corporations, they're having people work from home, okay? Because they're trying to minimize the spread because they know how contagious this is. So when companies are not meeting their quota, for example, the watch, let's see how it produces. That's going to be a negative impact for the Dow Jones. Stress. The stress of people not being able to get paychecks. I know people that have a job that thought a job was safe. Your job isn't safe because when this crisis that's happening, this is why you're in the best company right now. Because guess what? While everyone's losing their jobs, when everyone else is relying on a paycheck and they can't get paid because no one's in HR to process their paychecks, guess what? They can't pay their bills. They can't put food on the plate, right? This is stuff that causes a crisis in the economy. And this is why, by becoming a trader, by being in this network marketing business, this doesn't stop us. While people are losing their 401ks, people don't even want to look at their 401ks right now. People don't want to look at their assets that they have right now in the stock market. But guess what? As traders, Justin, Starboy, can you mute yourself? I think you're muted. As a trader, we capitalize on the downtrend. It doesn't affect us. If the market's crashing, we'll ride that wave down. If the market's going up, we'll ride that wave up. This is why it's imperative to be in this company, to make sure you pay for your subscription so you can get access to the information that we give every single day, because we're lucky. We're the lucky ones. All you guys that's on this call, understand you are blessed right now that you have a company that's doing what they're doing, because the outside world, they're suffering right now. This is a negative impact. This is why in the fundamental perspective, you need to understand the war, when the war is happening, the forces, the shutdowns, the cutbacks. This is all going to be causing the Dow Jones to go down, down, and down. Let me tell you, when I did the last event, I told everyone, expect a gap for the downside for the opening of US30 Sunday night. Why? How did I know how the market was going to open? Well, on the fundamental aspect, all we had all weekend, negative, 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 negative. What do you think was going to happen? Was going to open? It wasn't going to be on the bullish side. Too much crisis was happening last weekend. There was no other choice for it to gap for the downside. See, this is something that technical can't teach. You see, this is why you need to add both, because on a technical standpoint, you may see a buy, but if we're getting crashes in the market, this is when the fundamentals are going to protect you, and you're going to understand that you're not going to be in the bull side when all we're getting is negative impact on the Bloomberg or Yahoo Finance. Okay, guys? Now, this is the overview. This is what we look at 9:30 a.m. on the New York session on the US30 app. If you have 𝐾𝐞, this is what you're going to be looking at every single morning. Every single morning, we watch the video, okay? We look at the points. We're seeing how many points, what are the percentages, what is the value, the net change, what's the performance on these pairs right now. The first pairs that come out, we know is the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ. The S&P comes out about 15 minutes, the data. This is where we're getting our data from. Okay, we refresh it and we see, did it open positive, did it open negatively? So look at this. Right now, if you go on Bloomberg, go to the overview, the data side. See how US30 closed yesterday. Watch the number and how it opened on Monday. It won't open on Sunday, obviously, but on Monday morning, look at the difference of the opening, the close and the opening on Monday morning, and compare it to Friday. And you're going to see the movement. See, technical comes in technical analysis is good for indices when you're using it for zoning purposes. That way, once you know your zones, all you need is the fundamentals to tell you what direction you're going to be entering the markets. This is why you need both. To sustain yourself consistently in the market, why we have more wins than losses is because we understood that I was never a fundamental trader, never. I never wanted to hear fundamentals. I was a price action trader, technical analysis all day long. But I understood that if I wanted to take my trading career to the next level, I had to learn something new. I had to learn something that I didn't learn. And guess what? Now I love fundamentals. You guys see, we play it all the time. We play Bloomberg TV all the time because we're constantly feeding ourselves with what's happening in the markets. So we know to be on the right side of the market, right, guys? Now, I want everyone to screenshot this right now. Everyone, if you don't got Twitter, get Twitter just for fundamentals. These are the best people to follow right now in indices, for all the indices. These people are and give you all the analysis, and they give you the news. And so when you see US30 or the NAS spiking up, and you're like, whoa, what's happening? Well, this is why you needed fundamentals. This fundamental is going to alleviate the confusion on why you think US30 is going up or why US30 is going down. These people right here will keep you in check at all times. Keep this, screenshot this. I'm telling you, out of everyone that I follow when it comes to fundamentals, these were the top ones of my list. These are my personal people that I personally follow. Okay, guys? So make sure you take a screenshot of this because these people are going to keep you really informed with what's happening with the economy, okay? So make sure you screenshot this. Now, technical analysis. When I'm using technical analysis to trade US30, the S&P, and NAS, I'm taking my markups from the 4-hour time frame. That is the best way for I found with all the years of trading that to find the most concise structure from indices is taking it from the 4. Once you mark up your structures from the 4-hour time frame, you're then going to use that as a guide. See, your 4-hour time frame is going to be like a map. This is a map in telling you, okay, when it breaks these zones, we know what direction to go, and we're going to use it along with fundamentals, okay? We're going to execute on the 1 hour or the 15-minute time frame. We're using momentum candles, okay, for the breaks of the structure. Once they break, you can get in at the candle close, or you can get in at the retest. We give you both options. What happens is that why we're doing the momentum is that a lot of times we will miss out on setups because 70% of the times you may not see a retest. Okay, and then, customers will be like, oh, but, I'm getting 1 or 2 signals because of the retest. So now we're able to give 3 to 4 signals a week. And we know that if you wait for the break and the close of the previous candle and it's breaking my 4-hour structure, the winning ratio is about 80%, okay, guys? So I feel confident in letting you get in at the momentum breaks of the 4-hour structure, okay? Now, this is what a chart's gonna look like for you guys. So let me minus this right here, it's just here. This is what a signal usually looks like when I'm calling. You're gonna enter at the 15-minute candle break, okay? These will be our targets, or you're gonna wait for the retest, which this is the retest here. This is what a retest looks like in the market, okay? And this is what a break looks like. So you have options when you're getting in these zones, okay? You see the buy zones up here? You see, I don't care in what direction the market is going. I'm not here to predict buys or sells ahead of time. I go by what the opening candle tells me, what the news, whether it's positive impact, and then I use my zones. I don't care if it goes up or down. I make money either way. If we just focus on the structure of the chart and watch when it breaks, closes below, retests, don't worry so much. Well, I'm seeing long-term buys or long-term sells. It doesn't matter, guys. We're intradating these positions. We're not swing trading these positions, okay? So, try not to focus on predicting on what you see a week from now. Just trade what you see. Like Warren Buffett says. Warren Buffett said it the best. when you're trading in the market, you have to have a personality that can adapt to change fast. Because he said, what you see now in the market now may not be what you see 2 hours from now, 4 hours. And if you cannot adapt to current market conditions, then trading is not for you. This came from Warren Buffett. And when I heard that, and that really stuck to my head, I'm like, wow, like, this is why I can't get so focused on being one-sided when it came to trading. And I had to be able to adapt because the market is constantly changing. And us traders, we have to constantly innovate who we are and how we react to the market, how we're responding to the changes of the markets. Now, indices, in Forex, you have correlation pairs. For the indices, these are the correlation pairs, the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, and the S&P, guys, okay? Now, these are what some of the charts looking. These are my zones from the 4-hour structure that we have here. And the only reason why I have this here is I wanted to show you how the correlation works. This is a US30 markup, okay? This is the NAS 100 markup. This is the S&P. Do you guys see this? You see this right here? Boom. You see the new sell zone over here? These structures are taken from the 4-hour time frames. Okay? These structures are taken from the 4-hour time frame. Look at this. This is why, while everyone's panicking about their 401k, we're chilling. We're good. We don't care if it's crashing. Everyone calls me who doesn't trade. Oh my God, Kim, you must be losing that the market is crashing. I'm like, what are you talking about? Losing. No. You see, when you don't know about trading, people don't understand. They think it's stocks, you buy low, right? That's the whole terminology people have. People don't understand that you can make money in either side that the market's going. So this is how good the correlation is when it comes to the indices. Now, this is the Go Live sessions. I'm on 9 a.m. Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Okay, these are the flyers. Okay, these are the times that I'm on, and I'm usually on for about 2 hours each morning session. Okay, this is the flyer that you guys have. You'll see us there. Also, I want to share the last 90 days of the results on the performance and the accuracy that we've had on the US30 app. So you'll have January's, we have February's, we have March, because March is only the beginning still. So this is the ratio that we've been trading. And when I didn't add fundamentals in before, when I was trading US30 without fundamentals, my ratio was like in the 60s. It jumped to the high 80s because I added fundamentals to here, guys. This is my IG page. Make sure you guys follow me, show some love, show the company love for everything. So I'm going to leave this on for a few